Let's jump in it. And this is like, I want you to realize how simple this is. It's just 7 steps. Acknowledge, clarify, normalize, reframe, identity anchor question, reaffirm, future pace, leadership question. I want you to be able to stretch this and then collapse it. Meaning you could do this in 20 seconds or you can do this in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is not just in sales, this is in life. This is with your kids. This is in relationships. This is identity shifting and reframing and shifting from A to B
Yeah.
in anything. And let's walk through this in different type of examples so that it'll make sense, even outside sales. So I want you to give me any concern or any challenge, anything at all in life, and then watch how I'm going to convert your identity from here to here. Okay? I'm going to literally go through this with you and show you in real time. Okay. So give me a challenge in life. Like maybe not a challenge, but just like, something happened, maybe like I had something happen with my kid yesterday in the morning and I had to reschedule, right? That was a situation. Okay, right? So
Yeah.
like give me something for you. Anything could be in any domain of life.
Oh my goodness.
I know I'm doing this on purpose to expand out of sales, and then we'll bring it back to sales. Okay.
Okay.
You can see how this
Out of
framework
sales.
works.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Uh. Well, in Alberta, our kids are still on like our teachers are on strike right now. I don't know. You probably
Mhm.
it's not a big thing out in the States, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
in Alberta, our teachers are on strike. So the kids are here during the day. It's like summer break again for them. So anyway, it's just been a struggle trying to get them to refocus on like they don't have anything to do, right? So I'm just trying to get them re-engaged and doing some schooling and stuff like that, and that's been a struggle. So I guess
Okay.
there's some
Interesting.
pushback.
So what I hear you say is that there's a the teachers are on strike and there's a struggle to get the kids to refocus. Is that to clarify, is that right?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Is it specifically just to clarify because the kids are not in school anymore and you're homeschooling, or what's the situation to understand a little bit more?
Yeah. So we're not homeschooling, so the teachers were not allowed to give any materials
Hmm.
before they went on strike. Um, so this is just my wife and I trying to keep them sharp so that when they go back to school, there's not a big learning curve.
Okay,
So it's
so they're
not necessarily
completely out of
homeschool. It's
school.
more so just sharpening their pencils so that they're
Yeah,
reading and doing the math and doing everything
I
they need to
see.
do so they can not get too
Yeah,
far behind.
man, I bet that there's all the other parents because there's probably what like another how many kids in the school specifically? Like how
Um,
many kids in the grade or the
thousand,
school that are, yeah,
30 in the
wow,
grade.
yeah,
Yeah,
30 in the
thousand
grade,
at
yeah,
school.
wow, yeah. I mean, it's you're probably not alone in this. There's probably another 100 those thousand other parents that are probably feeling the same way of like, what the hell, what the fuck, like, how do I manage the kids? How do I get them focused? Feeling probably just uncertain, like when's the strike actually going to happen? So I totally get that. And what if this was an opportunity for you to actually lead your children versus and actually connecting with them versus like having someone else lead them? Like, what if this is an opportunity to lead them in a way that like you maybe as a father you've never led before? Like specifically, I remember for 3 years of my life until about 2019, I always defaulted to my ex-wife, particularly to lead my children. And so like there was a part of me as a dad that defaulted to her specifically to lead them. And I mean like literally take them to school, literally like read after school with them for an hour. I'd always be working, so I didn't have that hour to read with them or to do their homework. I wanted to, but it wasn't consistent. So in the moment in 2020 when I got divorced, unfortunately, the divorce was the catalyst for me to actually be like, fuck, I probably get to lead my children now, right? Versus
Yeah.
waiting for someone else to lead them, right? And so, like for you specifically, um, do you see this as an opportunity possibly to like even this week or two, how long it takes to like, fuck, like maybe I could actually leave my children, right? And actually to connect with
Yep.
them deeper as an opportunity versus like, fuck, like they're not in school. Like it's just shifting kind of the focus. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, the story you shared, Patrick, like I relate to that. I'm the same. Like it's my wife that
Mm,
does all the, you know, anything kid related. She really focuses on the kids because that's really her
yeah.
domain. And, my job is to go work and bring home the money. So I can definitely relate. So yeah, it's definitely, the idea of being more present in that regard while they're here for sure. It's something that I would embrace. So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like what would be like over the next 2 weeks if you could fully like allow this strike period or however long it is, if you could just fully lead your children, be connected to them, and like the focus was like that, what would open up for you? What might be possible for you between you and your kids?
well, I'd probably get fired first off. Rob would can me really
And
quick.
work. There's working and leading. This it's
Oh, I have to
the world
actually
of both.
work and do I have to do
It's
both.
both. Yeah, it's managing the middle. Yeah. What would that be like?
It would be challenging, but it would probably be rewarding at the same time.
Yeah. Is that something that you're committed to doing?
I'm gonna make my wife do it, Patrick. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm kidding. No, I've definitely had to jump in. Uh,
Yeah.
she's again with them being kind of running the Wild West by themselves because they've been off for all of October, right? So it's like spring break again, or not spring break. It's like summer
Yeah.
break again for them,
Yeah.
and there's just no structure, and there's so yeah, I'm gonna have to probably jump in and
Yeah. Are you
help
willing
out in
to
that
help
regard.
help create the structure for her
Yeah, yeah,
rather than it being a struggle? Okay, cool.
yeah,
Awesome. So I'm going to pause right there, Nate. So I just walked through all 7 steps. So what I did was dismantled your current identity, your A version, and created a different version of yourself. Right? It
yeah,
doesn't matter what the concern or the challenge is. It's that you entered the conversation A, and I took you to B. Right?
yeah,
You just
yeah.
and I use a metaphor or a story. In this case, I use a story to actually anchor in that new identity to make it real.
Yeah, I thought the story was powerful for sure. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's one thing that I've kind of noticed in this role. So in my previous roles, like I used like stories and relationships and things like that were like those were my kind of my bread and butter as far as like what I would go to, you know, sell these owners on, our company and selling their businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, I find it's harder right now in this type of role that I'm doing to come up with those stories and relate it. One, because I'm new,
Mhm.
but two, I just,
Yeah.
it feels like in a triage call, 15 minutes, you don't have the time to kind of necessarily bring these stories back and do things. But maybe you do, and I'm just not there yet, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're really good
but
points.
I like where
It's
you
like, okay,
went. Like in that
yeah,
story, you had me
yeah,
engaged and I was listening and
yeah.
um
What did you notice about where I was in that story? My energy, was I fast or was I really connected and slow?
you were connected and slow.
Yeah. What do you notice about people on the calls? Is they're really in a
Usually
high,
people on calls are, especially sales guys are always, they want to say everything that they want to get everything
yeah.
out and do it fast and
And they're on the go, they're in a job where it's like, yeah, there's just their nervous system is inflated. It's a very high versus, hey, like I need to meet you here, which is why one, Zoom is really important.
yeah,
But two, even on a 15-minute call that you do, how do we get them? How do we co-regulate nervous systems together?
yeah,
Right. so that you're synced? Well, it's telling a story or metaphor or an analogy. So let me just walk you through this again. So I've got it written out here so you can see this framework. So I wanted to go outside sales so you can see it in real time, right? Acknowledge. I could have acknowledged you in one sentence, right? Hey, I understand the struggle. It sounds like your kids are at home and there's a strike going on. Is that right? Yeah. Is there anything else? Cool. Right. And then clarify. When you say that, and I clarify, when you say that, does that mean like you're homeschooling? Because I don't want to make any assumptions. This is about removing the assumptions. When you clarify, you remove assumptions. So like it's no different if they say in a concern about it's wintertime, but I acknowledge that your concern is it's wintertime, right? When you
Yeah.
say wintertime, what does that mean? Like, what's the main concern around that? Clarify. Otherwise, you're going to make your ass hear yourself, and you are not getting deep on their main concern.
Yeah.
So I put here, what is the main concern, or is there something else underneath it? What is the main concern? What's the challenge beneath that? There's a lot of ways you can ask that. So normalize. So I normalized because right now and I didn't go into your feelings, and I could have went deeper into your feelings, right? And that's another art. Okay. And I could even add feelings here. How do you feel about that to get a little deeper in feelings? So there's acknowledging this is a situation. I want to add a little depth for you, right? You acknowledge the situation, and then you acknowledge the feelings about that situation. So, like for you, your situation, and we're going to practice this. We've got time. Okay, I'm just giving you a little bit more framework here around this. Okay, the
Sure.
situation, cool. How do you feel about that? So Nate, how do you feel that your kids now are not at school and like you've got to juggle the kids, you got to juggle how many kids you got? Like what? How many is it again?
Two.
You got two. Yeah, like you got to juggle. Like there's a little more pressure. Like I can only imagine. How's that feel? When you think about that, how do you feel? Like what comes up? What's the feeling? Like overwhelmed, just a little stressed,
Oh,
a little.
sorry. I didn't know if you were like actually
Yeah.
asking
Oh
me or
yeah. I
if
was
you were
just
just
asking you.
sorry.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
you know,
Just what's the feeling? Just a little bit.
the feeling is the feeling is a little bit overwhelmed because it's like
Yeah.
you're responsible for them during the whole day,
Fuck
while
yeah.
you're also
Yeah.
doing everything else in your life, right? So
Yeah, yeah, and we clarify that. So when you're talking to a prospect about their main concern, and we'll go through the examples. Okay, how do you when you say that, like, how do you feel about that? Well, it's overwhelming. It's frustrating. It's getting a little bit of the feeling in there. Okay, so when you say that you want to wait till winter, after winter to actually move forward, like, what's the main concern from starting now in the event that this is the right move for you? What's the main concern? Oh, I don't want to waste some money. Okay, what do you mean? Clarify more. What do you mean you don't want to waste your money? Like you want to get deep into clarifying the pocket. And then you normalize that. So I normalized for you what? That, oops, I bet you there's like how many, and I clarified again, didn't I? I said, how many people in the grade, in the school? You said 1,000. So that's going back to step two, because I need to get the clarification to get the context to normalize. Okay, so makes sense. So you're saying 1,000 people. Like I bet you there's another 1,000 dads just like you feeling the same way. It's probably pretty normal, right? So you feel like you're normalizing the concern. So like so this is how we do it at BGR, right? So it's like, okay, we've got 58 dealers. I think it's 58, 57, 58, 59, 58 dealers. Do you know that all of them had the same concern you did? And that the concern of like the winter concern.
yeah.
You see how I just normalize that?
Hmm.
And I'm co-regulating, meaning I'm breathing with them. Like I pause so they can feel me and I like, right? They're like, really? They're like, yeah. Like we've had we had over 59 dealers that are currently active. And when we had a conversations with them, this is exactly what showed up as well. This is actually normal. Thank God this is coming up right now. Can I tell you why this is actually a good thing? So what you're doing is you're shifting your belief into one of these three tools, but you're doing it with one pattern interrupt moment. I'm just writing this out a little bit deeper for you. Interrupt moment. So I'm going to put big for now. Thank God this is showing up. If you watch the call, it's like,
Yeah.
this is a good thing. What a blessing. What did I say to you? Um, Man, this is an amazing problem. I don't even remember what I said. This is a right. So you're interrupting the pattern. Well, thank God winter's coming up. What's another concern that you're getting right now, Nate, that's on the calls, the 15-minute calls or the strategy? What are they saying?
Um, yeah, definitely the seasonality.
Yeah, yeah,
De a lot of it is like competitor stuff. Like,
yeah. What's
um,
the big concern around that?
well, I've had a few like not price objections, but like when they hear
Yeah,
the cost, they're just like,
mhm.
oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Okay, so
that
we'll walk through the stuff. Yeah,
that
but then
one's
you want,
yeah, so
yeah, we'll walk through more specifically over the next 20 minutes. But it's like, yeah, and then I told the
sure.
story. Story makes it real, and the story is around the reframe. So the reframe, there's one pattern interrupt moment, and then what we have to do is back up the reframe is the story. So I'm going to put reframe one is the story. So you have to choose. Reframe two is the metaphor, or reframe three is the model,
Okay.
right? So what I did last week with in the with uh I almost said Nate with Justin, it was the model was there was two things specifically why this is a good thing. Step one, he said step two, right? The winter,
Right.
right? And then he did the mathematic calculation, get the calculator out, right? So a model is a like step one, step two, step three. So it's linear, it hits the analytical mind, right? It could be the triangle. It's like, hey, it could be a triangle. It's like, I want you to imagine a triangle, right? On the outside. That would be more of a metaphor. So a metaphor is a visual thing that you can anchor in, right? So like
Yep.
for the winter time, what's a metaphor you could use? Where like for 9 months of the year, the gas pedal is on. Like I want you to imagine you're in a car,
Oh, I see.
right? And you're gonna put the gas pedal down. Let me take this off. Imagine you're in a car, right? What kind of car do you get?
What kind of car do I
Yeah.
have?
Yeah,
I
this
have a
has this is a metaphor.
I have a Velar.
LR. Okay. Is that a sports car?
No,
No, okay.
it's an SUV,
Okay. Okay. No,
a
I
Land
got
Rover.
that. I got an SUV too. Yeah, that's a good one. Um, yeah, imagine if you like you ever floored it before?
Of course.
Were you just like you get like just for fun? Yeah. Could you imagine if you floored the gas pedal like every time you drive it? What would happen if I floored it? Like imagine you're just like literally every time, probably longer than you should. What's the risk?
Oh, I'd be at the dealership spending lots of money to get it fixed.
Right. And you potentially could get in an accident
Yeah.
because you're just like you're going too hard, too fast, too much, too quickly, and you're out of control. Right. So it's no different than us here at Bright Green Roof. We want you in control in the driver's seat. And if we put the gas pedal down right during winter, that's a problem. We actually have to take off the gas. We need to actually just put it in neutral. And in that 3 month period of time in the winter time is our planning and strategy to set up Q2, Q3, and Q4 for success. This is what we do. This is how we create a $250,000 business. This is normal. This is what we do at other businesses. But it's going to require us is to take the foot off the gas so that we can speed up faster. Because what would happen if we keep the gas on and like in the wintertime? Like we're risking overdrive, we're risking burnout, we're risking not having the strategy to make you the money that you want. So do you see why we have to take the gas off in the winter so we can actually plan for the next 9 months and why that's important?
Yep.
Yeah. Why do you think that's important? And by the way, right now I said the metaphor, and now I'm going into the anchor, the identity anchor question. I need to anchor in specifically with that exact metaphor of what they're seeing they didn't see before. So what are you seeing now, Nate, that you didn't see before after sharing this kind of acceleration, conversation about 3 or 4 months of just taking the gas off the pedal?
Yeah, it's a great analogy. I
Yeah.
think that that'll be right up people's alleys as far as um,
Yeah.
like everyone, everyone drives, everyone can relate to that. So
Mhm.
I think that's bulletproof. I like
Yeah.
it.
Why wouldn't this work? If what, why wouldn't this work? Let's talk about why this wouldn't work. And now a deep, um, sorry, or a deep metaphor like this, why wouldn't this work?
Um,
If what?
I think if you didn't do the steps before and
Mm,
clarified all their, what the issue was and stuff, I think maybe
yeah.
if you haven't set up the call properly and you have like a type one person, like a guy that doesn't, you know, I think most people it would resonate with. I think there's certain types that if you tried that metaphor with, it might not. It's a smaller group, I think, but I think
Yeah.
there's certain ones that I could see and say, well, no, I never take my foot off the fucking pedal. So yeah,
Yeah.
but I think most would understand. Yeah, you gotta plan out. You gotta get everything ready for Q1, Q2, be ready, hit the ground running. So I think most people would understand that. So I
Mhm.
think it would work for majority, but if you're not
Yeah.
using those other steps to set it up, then it could definitely fail as well.
100%. Yeah. From my experience in coaching and training and leading and coaching salespeople or just people in general in this leadership work is actually it's you. What will fuck it up the most is you being afraid to slow down.
To slow down.
You
And when
being
you say
afraid to
slow
slow
down,
down.
you mean
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Being afraid to access this energy and slow down.
That's fair. Yeah.
Because this is a great framework, but it will not work if you don't slow it down. So consciously being aware in the conversation that their nervous system is up here. And so in order to co-regulate to bring them down to this energy, it's going to require you to slow down and breathe. And then when they don't answer your question, come back to the question because they're not listening because they're dysregulated. Like you
Yeah.
ever had like even right now, like I'm very calm and collective, right? And so you're matching my nervous system and meaning you're regulating with where I am because I
Yeah.
am here,
Totally. Yep.
calm, right? And there's other people that I've met, yet you've met over the last week, not in sales, but in life, that when they're just up in balls and walls, like you start to like go there too. Your energy matches and mirrors
Yeah.
them. And
100%.
right? And so like it's important to lead from that place,
Do you find though,
right?
Patrick,
Yeah.
when you're going to that demeanor and that calmness, I have gotten feedback when I've kind of gone more that route that it's almost like, oh, you're not energetic and like not like you know what I mean? Like I actually did a call with
Hmm.
Matt the other day and he's like, it
Hmm.
was kind of your worst call, like in the sense of and I think I had more energy like this. And I don't think I was
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, um where's that fine line, I guess,
Where's the
is my
fine line?
question. It
Yeah.
was where it's like,
Yeah.
not showing enough give a shit, I guess, or like,
Yeah.
are you trying to, not just be always that bubbly, bounce it off sales guy, right? So
Yeah. I call this grounded leadership, where you're so grounded in yourself. And from this place, you can access and tap into those energies as a weapon. So coming back to the grounded compass, right? And then coming out and using that energy as a tool, right? Using that as a tool. But if you don't have the grounded compass and you're always coming from this performance, high energy state, right? It's more difficult to come back down because it becomes like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Versus I'm here, like right now, what do you notice? Like I'm in this grounded energy, but I'm also being able to lead and coming from power and conviction and energy and
Yeah.
access that. But I'm coming back to this compass right here.
Yeah.
And then coming back here into this grounded leadership, calm, cool, collective. And I know I can come out here. Wait, no, right? Otherwise, we have to manage this high energy performer,
Yeah.
and managing that performer is exhausting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the both and. The question is, how can you like maintain this compass and access that energetic state on command by choosing it?
Yeah. Okay.
Does that land a little bit for you? I just yeah.
It does. Yep. Yep.
Like this version of you, I haven't listened to a call recently, but I want to see this version show up.
Mm.
This is a powerful version of you. This is you. This is you. And it's okay to be you and lead from this place. Lead with the
Yeah.
energy from this place. You
Okay.
follow me?
Yep.
It's yeah, yeah,
No, I like
uh,
it.
yeah.
I think I think you're right because a lot of the times um yeah, like you're just so excited and as soon as somebody gives you something to, ooh, I was
Take
looking
it.
at shingle
Oh,
preservations. You're like, "Oh yeah, let's fucking go." Like and
yeah.
then
You're reactive. That's reactive. Yeah,
yeah.
versus self leadership and the compass, right? Because not being reactive, it allows you to do this model, right? Because if they become if you follow their reactiveness and you're basically have no emotional control, you lack emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
and when you lack emotional intelligence, you lack the ability to lead the call. Right. So after this, I'm reconfirming. It's like, what would it be like? What did I say to you? If you could just lead and like help focus your with your child and connect with him over the next 2 weeks and work. Like, what would it be like to connect deeper with him and work? Like, I'm just going into what's possible for sales. I'm reframing their thinking. What would it be like if we planned for the 3 months of winter? Like we planned the 3 months where it's winter in that 90 days, you're not going to make a dollar, single dollar. But as soon as the winter season is over, you hit your first 50K month off the gate, not 10K. We're not building this motherfucker at 10K, 20K, 50K. We're going off the gate at 50K and we're hitting literally, we have the plan in place. We have the plan in place, the marketing plan. It's like literally ready to push the button. Like thousands of flyers going out, like on the doorstep, ready to go. And the next day, we get 25 calls and we book 15 jobs because we had planned. What would that be like to make 50K your first month? 20 jobs completed. What would that be like, Nate? So I'm going to pause there. You see what I just did?
Yeah.
Now I'm going into the future to get them out of the problem and to really anchor in that identity.
Do you find, Patrick, when
Yeah.
if you laid the groundwork for, like, I like that question you just asked
Yeah.
and how you're going to the
Possibility question.
future,
Yeah.
but I guess when you start to lay the groundwork like that, like, hey, I know you didn't, like, you're not promising jobs, you're not doing any of that. You're just saying, hey, what
Yeah.
if you did that? Like, do you find that the consumer, like the potential dealer could, their mind frame starts to go, oh, can you book me jobs? Like, does that take them to that
Mm-mm.
space? Do you understand what I'm saying?
All I'm,
Or
all I'm doing in their imagination is exploring what's possible and available for them.
yeah.
That's it.
I
This is
just
what's
worry with
possible.
that. Like
Yeah, we're
yeah,
not
I like
promising
like I
anything.
like it a
Yeah.
lot. I just worry like then it could steer them, like in that particular case, it could steer
Mhm.
them to like, oh, well, are you guys going to do my marketing? Like it leads them down a rabbit hole, but it didn't for me. But that's just like, as soon as
Yeah.
I hear like, what if we could do this, this, and this? And then it's like,
You
oh,
then you
can you?
deferred to where do you defer? That's what our 8 week ramp up revenue ramp up our ramp up onboarding. We're going to take
Yeah,
care of that in there. So always defer things back into onboarding. That's a great question, and that's what we're going to cover in our onboarding and our 8 weeks of
yeah,
one-on-one with you. We're going to build the plan for you, so you don't have to worry about that. We got you back. Next question, right?
yeah,
So you want to defer everything because it's not your job to answer all the questions. That's what that when you're in the inside and we're coaching and consulting with you each week, we're going to handle that. So it's not for you to actually default to. It's what we're going to do on the inside. We're going to handle
okay,
the marketing for you. We're going to take care of that for you. Like we got a team in place that's going to build the marketing plan for you. We got you. All right, but you're not on the inside yet, so you haven't experienced that yet. Right. And it's true. It's like your job is to move the sale forward, move them forward, and to give them the peace of mind knowing that we got their back. We're going to create the marketing plan for you. That's what we have 8 one-on-ones for in the first 10 weeks. I think it's 10 weeks, 8 week. Matt knows better the current version of that. That's why we do it this way. And then you literally can go back to, I acknowledge, that this is the chat. This is what's coming up for you. You literally go back into, this is normal. Most people feel this way exactly in the same position when they have this
yeah,
concern, right? But it's not a concern. Reframing step 4, like it's not a concern, meaning it's a concern to have, but it's not a problem. Okay, why do you think it's not a problem? Step 5, because you guys got us in the 10 week onboarding ramp up. Yeah, I know. So what do you think is possible now, knowing that in the 8 weeks we're going to be onboarding you, we're going to create the marketing plan. What do you know is actually possible now at the end of 8 weeks? That I'll have a
yeah,
marketing plan. Yeah, I know. So what's the next step for us knowing that? So I just literally went through the whole thing again, like fast. And then what,
yeah,
30 seconds? It's a constant, all I'm doing is dismantling his own thinking from limitation to possibility, to 1.0 to 2.0, to
yeah.
problem to solution. That's all I'm doing here. Do you see how I just did that so quickly?
No, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So let's spend
Patrick, can I
today.
just pause you for
Yeah,
two
sure.
seconds?
Yeah, go
I,
ahead.
I,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt
you're
you
good.
because this is
You're
great.
good.